as business owners, we're always trying to get inside our employees' heads, know what makes them tick and how we can make things easier, smoother, and better for everyone in our team. So I thought it'd be really powerful to speak with a new employee right now from one of our teams and actually find out the truth about what it is they're really wanting from their employers. All right, so on the podcast today, we're going to dive straight in. I'm going to welcome Liam, who's a new exercise physiologist to the Empowered Healthcare team. Liam, thanks for joining us.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me on.
No worries. Now, you're probably sitting there going, what the hell is he going to talk to me about? What am I going to be asked? I'm a little bit nervous, mate. Don't stress. It's only painful for the first couple of minutes, all right? I want to start off by saying this. I mean, there's a lot of people who are going to listen to this podcast, mate. And as business owners, as employers, everyone, and there's a lot of people in the industry that still think that, new team members are ultimately, they're only going to come across to the team if we pay them more money, or we're in a situation where someone needs coming out of uni as a new grad and, they want $100,000 and blah, blah, blah. And I think for most people in the industry, they're still hell-bent on this bullshit ideology that all new team members are looking for is more money, and more money. Now, I'm not trying to put words into your mouth here by any stretch of imagination, but just give me your thoughts first and foremost. What is money actually even important to you right now?
Yes, money is important to me.
Perfect.
But
cool.
Yeah.
Why is money important to you right now?
It's important to me because I got to pay for my car, got to pay a bit of rent for food. I want to go out on the weekend.
Nice. How old are you?
How old am I? 23.
23, right? So yeah, money is important. And I don't want to pretend that it's not, because it is important. You need to put food on the table. You need to be able to, buy tech. You need to go out and party with your mates and go to and do sport, put fuel in the car and pay rent or pay a mortgage or save up for a house and those things, right? So I don't want to be blasé about that. But is it the main reason about what you make decisions on when it was you looking for changing from one company to your new team that you've just joined?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
So in many respects, it's justifying what I was saying before. We know it's important. We know money's important, but it's not the be all and end all. Let me just tell you a quick little story. The last 3 team members ago, year and a half, 2 years ago now, that I brought on to in my own clinic was an EP, not a physio, and he actually came on board and took a 36 or 38, so basically a $4,000 pay cut to join our team. Now, I didn't know that at the time, and when I found out later, a couple of weeks after he started, I was actually a little bit embarrassed about that and didn't really. That was sort of like a bit weird. But ultimately, what it did do is it showed that he wasn't making decisions about his career and joining teams and other places, etc., based just on financials. All right. So, and I see that all the time, but I still feel in the industry there's a lot of people, and sometimes they're clients of ours in the Kaizen tribe as well, that feel like it's all about a money-based decision, and it's not. So enough of me talking. I want you to express your wisdom right now. Give me some of the things that are most important to you as a new team member with Empowered Healthcare. What is it that you liked, you looked for, etc.? Let's chat about that.
Yeah. So when I was looking for a new job, I guess I was looking for somewhere that will let me grow as an EP and also present opportunities to me, and I would have to be compatible as well, so align with my morals, my values, and so on. And that was really important to me, and still is. Yeah.
Hang on. So who would have thought, right? Like you wanted some place that you actually resonated with your values and who you were as a person. Right. Interesting.
Crazy.
It's a crazy idea, right?
Insane.
So what are your feelings and that you spoke about opportunities? Talk to me about that. When you're saying opportunities, what are you sort of more referring to?
Yeah, so I guess clinical populations that I'm interested in and want to develop within my own clinical skill set. And I guess working with Power Healthcare now, it also gives me time for reflection. Sometimes throughout the week on what we're doing, how to progress, my pros and cons, and I've been finding that really helpful. And that's something that.
So you're talking more about like the clinical reasoning point of view, is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a big one for you is obviously not just your own clinical development, on particular certain populations and things.
Yeah.
But also being able to work multiple times each week with your new team. Is that right? Is that what you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And also like just continuous education. And that's important to me. And just including that throughout the weekly hours and all that is great.
Awesome. So talk to me, you mentioned the team and culture and that type of thing and being in line with your values and that. What was there anything particular you're looking for at the time? Deal breakers that they had to, they had to be dog people, not cat people, or they had to support a particular sports team or something. Like what give us a bit of an idea if that's all right.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing would be the orientation around the client. Everything we do here is about helping the client. It's not about the money. It's not bringing as much. Well, it is about the money, but it's not all about the money. It's mostly about the client, what's best for them, and just doing everything in our ability to get them what they need.
Okay. What was some of is there some things that you didn't get that you would have thought you were going to get? Like, is there certain things that you went, they're going to want to talk a lot about this type of topic? And were you pleasantly surprised that they didn't, or did they? I know I'm digging a little bit deep here, but this is it's a really interesting one. Like, it's a very unstructured podcast, which what I'm doing now. It's basically just you and I chewing the fat for, a whole bunch of time. But I just want to try and dig a little bit deeper for another minute or so here about, was there something that you went into this process with, did you meet them once? Did you have multiple chats? Did you turn up and see how the whole place ran? Like, is that what you expected?
Well, that was another big thing. I was expecting to meet with Scott, that there was going to be a big interview and all that, but we just sat down and had a chat like mates sort of thing. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. This would be something I'd love to be a part of. And met
so you sort of felt comfortable from the start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't all like, I guess, a systematic approach. It was just let it flow.
So he didn't follow the 1992 model of make you wear a suit and tie and become a yes person and answer all these bullshit questions.
Exactly right. And we didn't even talk about work and things. We just got to know each other. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about did they take you through like clinical assessment or something? Like, did they actually test your skills type of thing in that hiring process? Did they try and, test you out as to what you do in certain circumstances, or they just didn't even bother?
Not so much. It was, I guess it's just assessing my personality.
Yeah.
Well,
it's important though, because from a business owner's point of view as well, to be totally honest, you get into a situation where we really should be hiring on attitude and training on skill. So yes, there's going to be a difference between someone's skill sets 1 or 2 years out of uni compared to say 21 or 22 years out. But ultimately, we should be able to put pathways in place and have, CPD pathways internally and externally that are going to make people, better clinicians in a whole scope of what we can practice within. So ultimately, you need to find the right person. And I actually think that's a really good scenario for you to be in, that you've had that experience where ultimately you didn't have to sort of say, when this happens with a client, what would you do? Because if there was some skill sets there that you were a little bit weaker in, well, that's okay, because that can be trained later and we can find that out through the process. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So let me do this. What would you say the top 3 or 4 key things of what you look for in a new employer with the team? Like, what would be the key couple of things to summarize that you're most looking for in a new team or new employer?
Yep. Number one, compatibility.
Compatibility. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Have to be where I'm at, where I guess I want to see them as where I want to be in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. So and number two would be professional development.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Opportunities there. Number three, working with clinical populations that I am passionate about.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And I guess at the very bottom, money.
Easy. Okay. Yeah. Perfect, mate. It's thank you. I know that it's just a quick sort of 8-minute, 10-minute chat and going through there, but I think it's really important for us to be able to not do something overly formal now and grill you with questions. I just want you to be, which you have been, really open and honest about it, so that people can really understand that, money is important, but it's not the be all and end all. And that, people, when they are new team members, particularly newer clinicians like yourself that have only been out, 1 or 2 years, there's actually a hell of a lot more that you're looking for in a team than just, an extra $5,000 or $10,000 right now type of scenario. And, you moving from one business to Empowered Healthcare is a testament to that with what you've said as well. So, mate, welcome to the industry again. I know you're going to love it, and you guys are going to go fantastic with the team. Appreciate your time and love your honesty and openness today as well with us.
No problems. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Liam. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.